Hello, this is Palico Padge and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition with Mods. We are currently playing with a character mod by the name of Gary. You might know him from Fallout 3, you know. And we are halfway through Expedition 4 of 6. Once again, we have found... I shall move over to it now. Oh, he says. We have found the Golden Pyramid very early, but... When we came across it, we found that we needed some moonstones, which we didn't have at the time. Since then, we have found a couple. But we have also found a shortcut. Was it this one or this one? I can't remember. One of these two caves led to the cave where this giant bird is currently residing. And that meant that, after finding the moonstones on our little trek along, because sanity is a bit of an issue, we're not doing too good on the old foodstuffs at the moment. Although we haven't found the village yet, and we do have a lot of tradable items. But needless to say, we need to make our way across here, up to this region, and then along to here, get back into the cave, to then be brought out near the Golden Pyramid, so we can pick up the Golden Pyramid, get the extra 30 sanity, and hopefully, not lose any more Garys. But that is all it, that is best case scenario. It never goes according to plan. We're playing on certain death. The game wants us to die. Let's crack on. Now, as you can see, we are currently on fire, so we need to move pretty sharpish. We want to just, as usual, just try and find as many... Oh, a trader. As many question marks as we can, and just... Well, a trader's perfect, really, to be honest with you. We've got lots of stuff to trade. A roaming merchant caravan had pitched up camp here. The mysteriously dressed trader had a lot of valuable goods on offer. A collection of lost and founds. He hesitated before presenting us with a selection of his wares. We could not help but think that he had more valuables to sell. Show me the money. No, we'll show you the money. You show me the goods. I mean, there's lots of us Garys here. I'm sure we could overwhelm him and just take them anyway. It's a mechanic of the game. We won't look at it any deeper than that. Ooh. Whiskey. Whiskey and beans. And what be you? Extra map point chance. We're not worried about that. But we are liking those. Lots and lots of food. What would you want in return? Well, first things first, we can get rid of all the meat in the world. And... I mean, the hyena pelts aren't worth too much. And they're actually worth a bit more with the trader. Is there anything else we can stock up on? I mean, we could take the climbing gear. It all helps. We've got lots of rope, haven't we? What if we took all the climbing gear? All the pelts? Not even close. Not even close. What about the gorilla paws? They're not worth a lot. We're getting closer. Value 60 plus 100%. Wow. Oh, wow. Well, hang on. Let's work this out. So we've got fame of 2, funds of 20. We've got fame of 2, funds of 5. And we've got fame of 20, funds of 20. Yeah. Well, in which case it's probably worth keeping those a little bit. What about... Do you like custom flares now? I'm not a big fan of them. What about feathers? Fame 10, funds 20. That'll do. That'll work. I like that. The trader seemed expectant regarding our possible return as yet another failed expedition to raid his camp. All right. So we're okay on sanity now, which is tippity top. We also have some climbing gear, so we should be able to get up to the highest cliffs without too much hassle. I am contemplating on whether to just kill everything that I come across. What be you? Oh dear. Gary was breathing heavily and shaking. He asked of me a final favour, to take care of his wife's financial needs. Before I could reply, he let out a long moan and was gone. Oh. I was asked to look after a spouse on my return. Ooh, I wonder what that means. It sounds saucy. Speaking of sauce, let's eat some strawberries. Do I want to drink the whiskey just yet? Or shall I nash down? I don't think I can have the beans, actually, can I? No, too low. 38. Let's climb the next one, then we can chow on some beans. I mean, if the panther wants to come, let him come. Oh dear, what now? An infected wound was tantamount to a death sentence in these conditions, and Gary had succumbed to his wounds today. Oh no. Oh. Let's promote you. Anyone else that needs promoting? We've got plenty of stars to give out. Oh, pretty much all of you. Stars all round. Oh, we went out. Okay. So, on to the trader, I guess. Let's eat some beans. Only 33? That's all right. That's all we need. I mean, it's a mission, isn't it? It's not a trader. A mission. In fact, we've got pretty... This isn't the best of regions, in all fairness. There's lots of dense forest or jungle, so it's harder to see further on. So we're definitely going to have to climb that hill in a second. We went through the gate and were welcomed by an old missionary. He rejoiced at the sight of new faces, as they had been out here for quite a long time. Well, do I need anything I want to hand back? I don't think I do at the moment. I mean, the egg's going to hatch at some point. I mean, we could send the crab claws back. The priest permitted us access to the mission storage room and promised that we would have all items dispatched to the civilized world for us if we were unable to retrieve them ourselves. So yeah, let's get rid of those. We only need the one moonstone, but we've got plenty of space at the moment. That's not too much to worry about. Everything else, I'm quite happy to keep. They're all good tradable goods. So that's fine. Speaking of trading, what have you got for me? Yeah. We could take some medicine, I suppose. What would you like for the helmet? Or should we take some machetes? I think machetes is probably better than the first aid kits. We're not too fussed at the moment. We've still got plenty of Garys. No, we're done. Cancel. And let's stay. The priest was greedy. If we wanted to rest in this cleansed space, we would have to make a donation. All right. Well, how about a feather? All right. Some climbing gear. Ooh, we really like climbing gear. What if I had the feather back? 3 climbing gear? Seems fair. With his demands met, he permitted us to stay rest of overnight. The priest scurried off for a while, but came back with several bottles of whiskey that he was inclined to share with us. Why not? We accepted his offer and passed the whiskey around. It was a splendid vintage, and we enjoyed the evening immensely, of course. Let's do that again, and we'll use the climbing gear again. We were entertained with anecdotes of an undiscovered region surrounded by dangerous mountains. It was said that due to its isolated location, the region was still host to prehistoric animals. We enthusiastically marked the location for our next expedition. The remainder of the evening was uneventful, and we soon drifted off to sleep. Tippity-top. After a passable night's rest, we were ready to partake in new adventures. Ooh, do we do it once more? I mean, we got whiskey, we got ribs, and we got beans. I think we're right. Let's leave it. Onwards. New world discovered. So, when that disappears, are you going to disappear anytime soon? There we go. We need to go sort of centre when it comes to these jungle bits. So, that's probably the best one. So, we've got a crab. Crab claws are pretty cool. Let's go check out this question mark first. Oh, we've got a strawberry. Oh, the egg we had found started to tilt and cracks began to appear on the shell. Something inside wished to get out, and after a few minutes of trying, it finally succeeded. A baby tortoise laid on the ground before us. Ah, a baby tortoise. While it's cute, it does not seem inclined to be useful. It grows at a rapid pace, which is ironic considering how slow tortoises move. But hey-ho, enter the stone circle. We came across a stone formation that seemed to be man-made. So we know we're missing a settlement still. Didn't realise we were missing a ruin still. We'll check out the ruin. Oh. Alright. Okay then. So we need to go down. I fear this is going to be... This one here will be a waterfall to rest at. So let's take on the crab first. It's only the one, isn't it? Yes. Off with you. I'm only keeping the spears just in case. I'm sure I've said this in the episode before, but let's not use them unless we really need to. And it would appear, as long as we keep upgrading our Garys, we're going to get a set of dice each time. Roll it! So we've got nothing too much to worry about. My only biggest fear when it comes to the crab, roll it, is the fact that it does have a group attack, which could severely damage some of the lesser powerful Garys. But that's not a problem right now. We shall, however, eat more of the food cans. Let's not go too crazy. Just enough to get there. Oh, it's a cave. Oh, I got that wrong. We located a cave. The rocky moor led into a darkness of unknown depths. We needed a torch in order to venture forth safely. We have lots of those. Oh, we lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We discovered a distinct nook. The walls were adorned with quite remarkable prehistoric paintings. It depicted a route to an isolated region many miles away. We took some time to document them all for later research. Awesome. And we need to come down now. So, with that being said, let's finish off the beans. 37. We'll have a strawberry. Are we there? We're there. Let's go check this bad boy out. A large building loomed in front of us. It was a bold testament to the power of its creators. A circle of dried up blood had been drawn around the whole structure as a warning for anybody that dared to enter. I sniffed at the air. Fetid stench, like Paris in summer. Or a roadside ditch, full of poo. Then I saw the vapours, foul waves of sickly fume tendrils rising out of tiny cracks in the floor. We arrived at what seemed to be the treasure chamber. We quietly looked around the majestic hall. An altar, illuminated with breathtaking ambiance, stood atop a plinth. With lots and lots of gold. This was not a day for hesitation. The treasure was ours for the taking. The floor began to crack under the pressure of the foul gas. Below I could see a frightening mass bubble and pop. I fled outside, only to see the shrine collapse in a cloud of stench so vile I could not begin to describe it. It moved fast towards us. Oh dear. Alright, so we need to obviously avoid said stench. Our best bet is to... what's this? Medicinal honey. Clears the mind of all ailments. I mean, we could stop one of the Garys from being a cannibal. That might be handy. Oh. We've taken it. Does that just cure everyone then, or? Because there's people still showing us... I don't know if that worked. I don't know. All right, well, hey-ho. That went a little bit of fame. Let us take a look-see at this. Oh, I thought it might have shown me what that was. Oh, well, never mind. In which case, we need to drink a lot. Let's have some ribs and just a couple of alcohols. And we are going to be... Can we get to there all right? I mean, how angry are they? -8. That's not good. We're probably not too good. Sort of, you know, blowing up any mountains. I don't think they'd appreciate it. Here we go. It's filling up. I think we just about managed to get past that. But something evil is about to happen. Oh dear. Without access to medicinal equipment, it was nearly impossible to prevent an injury from becoming infected. Gary's wound had begun to fester and secrete an astonishing degree of pus. Alright, well, let's see what the shaman can do for us. We entered an odd-looking hut. The place smelled of old dank wood with all sorts of dried herbs and other peculiar things hanging from the walls. A native shaman approached us with a wild-eyed stare as he chewed on some leaves. Well, let's do a trade first. And what does he have? He has... fertile lands, world creation, monster den creation. Why would anybody want a tome of monster den creation? And waterfall creation. None of them that useful, in all fairness. Let's ask for a healing first. And do you like tortoises? Oh, he loves tortoises. You're not having him. Well, water. No, doesn't like water. Meat, I guess, is the first one. And how many... oh, bloody hell. Oh, everyone's injured. Oh dear. So, he's infected. It's just the infected people we need to worry about. I can't even see now. It goes off the page. Alright, well, who's the infected one? him. We'll heal you. We better cleanse. I think cleansing is going to be a lot cheaper overall. 4 of those. So we've got cannibal, 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 and what are you? Paranoid. I'm not worried about paranoid. Do we have any level 2 cannibals? We do. So you can be cleansed first. And you can have 2 more meats. And what are we on now? Are we on teeth now? I think we're on teeth now. We could get rid of the... Let's get rid of the teeth. Oh, lovely. And another cleanse. Just 2 teeth for cleansing? That seems like a bargain. Cool. Right, so. No negative ailments. Is it worth trying to heal people? Still only 2. We can do this. Is there anyone else who's infected? Don't know. Can't see. Let's see how many we can heal with the teeth we have left. I mean, this is probably unnecessary, all in all. Is anyone else who's bleeding? Can't tell. That'll do. That'll do. We've got a few healed. All good. Right, on to the next. We need to eat some ribs. Ribs. Yes. And onto the shrine. I'm thinking we leg it sort of this way around to here and then into the cave here to get back. I really want to avoid this area because if it floods from bad timing, that ain't good. We might have to attack a panther though. Oh, as it turns out, there's another question mark anyway. With a village. And here comes the panther. Yeah, that was alright. We're fine. Nothing to see here. Boom. Take it all. It'll be more bribing for the village in a second. But first things first, we arrived at a long-forgotten shrine. All manner of plant life grew towards the sun. Oh, someone put ghastly human heads on their sharp end. Their mouths have been sewn shut as if to silence them. Ooh. We arrived at what seemed to be the treasure chamber. When quietly looked around the majestic hall, I held my breath as we discovered an ancient altar in its centre. Lots of gold. Lovely. I would not leave empty-handed. The treasure was ours for the taking. First, I did not notice anything being different. Somebody, something took them away. What have I done? I didn't see what happened there. I'm sure there was some sort of bad thing that just went on then, but I can't tell you what it is. We do, however. Oh, an abomination. Oh, in the wilderness it was nearly impossible to prevent an injury from becoming infected. Gary's wound had begun to fester. That's fine. Well, let's attack the abomination first, I guess. Just the one? What's the health? 12? I say okay. This should be fairly simple. This might anger the village to the point of them not allowing us in. Oh, he'd be dead. No, I think we're good. The village was empty. There were signs of a fight, but the attacker was nowhere nearby. I searched, but I didn't find anything of use. Oh. Oh dear. Well, I don't think that was my fault. It could be my fault. That's alright. We're doing fine on sanity. No one's alcoholic yet. It's all good in the hood. And we have an abandoned camp. We found an old campsite. There were debris of what seemed to be a failed expedition that must have been here for a long time. The rotten remains of what must have been an Arabian explorer presented us with a gnarly smile. I buried their remains. I spotted animal tracks. I had to keep moving or end on someone's dinner. Or as someone's dinner. I was certain there was riches to be found here. We spread out and searched the area. To our surprise, one of the rotten crates still held some valuable equipment. Oh, peachy, mangoes. And a potato name. A large sponge which is very filling. Potato name. Alright. As we left, we noticed that our presence had attracted hungry wildlife. Hyenas? Psh. I eat hyenas for breakfast. Speaking of which, let's eat some mangoes. And on to the cave, which will take us back towards the Golden Pyramid. Explore. Go through. Explore. And we should be, right back where we need to be. So, a marvel of intelligent endeavour, the Golden Pyramid was ours to reach. Success! However, a gate blocked the entrance. A small opening suggested that we required an artifact to open the gate. There you go. I completed my journey, but for what price? Would I survive the journey back to my ship, I wondered? I think we'll be alright. It's only here. Let's eat the potato. What's that worth? 30. Nice. With a 20% chance of going insane in the membrane? Let's do it. I mean, if the bird wants to tussle, that's fine by me. No, he knows when to quit. That's all good. Come on, no insanity. Bugger! I was returning from a small scouting trip when I heard some laughter at the camp. Curious, I listened to them and noticed to my anger that Gary was apparently imitating me. The group immediately hushed when they noticed me, but I feared my authority was already damaged. You know what? Screw you, Gary. I let Gary know that I would not tolerate such behaviour. It was obvious that he was not amused by his open humiliation. Who is? Our vessel was still offshore where we anchored it. I paused to appreciate the beauty of our vessel. Well, that's lovely. Let's go home. Victoriously, no doubt. Our work was complete. In a moment of silence, I reflected on the losses we'd endured for this brief moment of victory. Our vessel set a course for Britain. I could not wait to get back home and talk about what we had found here. After all this hardship, extraordinary pride overcame me. I knew that this name, Gary, would not be forgotten. Triumph. We are last, which is never good, but we picked up a hella load of gold. So I'm feeling quietly confident about being able to get back into the game on this run. So let's have a look-see. Exquisite! But before we do, what medals do we have? We have the Occult Vision. Reveals the locations of all stone circles and increases the radius when analysing them. Okay. We have Royal Mail. Can store 3 more cargoes in Mission and Polar Station. Oh. Yeah. And then we have Impetus, which uses the base sanity cost for travelling. That's the best one here. Let's do it. Right, so Frederick didn't have too much gold. Marcus had a bit. H.P. Lovecraft, no cigar. Definitely not with Nikola Tesla. So where are we? Alright. That's fine. So let's keep all the teeth. How much were the feathers worth? 30. We'll keep the feathers. Gifting the gold. We're going to sell the panther claw. We are going to need some monies. They're only worth 30. So that's going to be 80. Let's sell those. Going to gift all the gold and the mummies. Sell the 2 ivory tusks. Gift the bits of gold. Now what's this worth? 20 or 40 funds. And we are just ahead. Just ahead. We'll sell. So we got lots and lots of monies. Succeed in 100 expeditions. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. And that ends expedition 4 of 6. Next time around, we can hit the mysterious prehistoric lands. Sounds funky. We have the unseen jungle. 7 temples. Yep, definitely 7 temples. Or we have the monstrous jungle, which only has 4. Well, I think we... Oh, hang on a second. We'll look at it anyway, although... Oh, we've got 2 more to look at. The untouched desert. Yeah. And then we've got the dark Arctic with 4 temples. Well, I think we all know where we're going next time around. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.